Welcome to Tales by Felix, where every story unlocks a new world. Remember to subscribe, like and share. Let's begin. It was a humid evening in Lagos, Nigeria, where the bustling tech scene hid corporate secrets behind sleek office towers. Sterling Tech's annual office party was meant to be a low-key affair. Drinks, laughter, and awkward small talk among coders and marketers. But someone, hidden in the shadows with a smartphone, captured a moment that would ignite a digital wildfire. The video hit X, formerly Twitter, at midnight, uploaded anonymously with the caption, "Rex finally upgrades his business and his woman?" It was grainy, shot from across the room, but the audio was razor-sharp. CEO Rex Sterling, his tie loosened and a cocktail in hand, leaned into a group of laughing executives. "Look, Anya's brilliant, sure," he slurred, his voice dripping with condescension. "But she's so old-fashioned, you know? Stuck in the code like it's 1999. Tiffany. She's the upgrade we need, fresh, bold, and damn, does she turn heads." Catching Tiffany Dubois, the new VP of Marketing, giggling beside him, her hand brushing his arm possessively. "Rex is right," she chimed in, her voice silky and calculated. "Anya's ideas are quaint. But we're building an empire here, not a garage startup." The group erupted in laughter, toasting to upgrades. Within hours, the clip racked up millions of views. Hashtags like hashtag Rex the Snake and hashtag betrayed co-founder exploded. Comments flooded in, "This is disgusting, Anya built that company from scratch," one user raged. Another quipped, "Upgrade? More like downgrade to sleaze." The internet's outrage machine revved up, turning a private betrayal into a public spectacle. Who leaked it? Rumors swirled, a disgruntled intern, perhaps, or someone loyal to Anya Petrova, the quiet genius behind Sterling Tech's revolutionary AI software. Anya, holed up in her modest apartment in Port Harcourt, watched the video on her laptop, her face paling. She hadn't attended the party, citing a migraine. Now, she understood why Rex had insisted she stay home. Her phone buzzed endlessly, friends, former colleagues, even strangers offering support. But she remained silent, her mind racing. This was just the beginning. The next morning, as the sun rose over the Lagos skyline, the fallout intensified. Netizens refreshed Sterling Tech's website obsessively, only to discover Anya's profile had vanished. Her bio, once highlighting her as co-founder and chief architect of the company's flagship algorithm, was replaced by a generic team page. Her office photo? Gone. Even the About Us section now credited Rex solely for the company's inception. Social media sleuths documented the erasure in real time. "They scrubbed her overnight," one X thread screamed, with before and after screenshots going viral. Hashtag Justice for Anya trended worldwide, amassing over 500,000 posts in 24 hours. Influencers in Nigeria's tech community weighed in, "Anya Petrova isn't just a co-founder. She's the soul of Sterling Tech. Erasing her is like deleting the code that runs the machine," tweeted a prominent Lagos-based podcaster. Inside the company, whispers turned to shouts. In the break room, two engineers huddled over coffee. "Did you see the site? It's like Anya never existed," muttered Jamal, a junior dev who'd idolized her. "Rex is panicking," replied his colleague, Ezen. "I heard he called an emergency meeting at dawn." Tiffany was there, smirking like she owned the place. Jamal shook his head. "Anya's the one who mentored me on that neural net breakthrough. Without her, we're nothing." Anya, still reeling, received a cryptic email from an unknown sender. "They can't erase the truth. Files attached." It contained archived web pages and internal memos proving her contributions. She saved them quietly, her resolve hardening. The online mob demanded answers, with petitions circulating for Rex's resignation. Sterling Tech's PR team issued a bland statement. "We are updating our digital presence to reflect current leadership." It only fanned the flames. By evening, protests formed outside the Lagos headquarters, young tech enthusiasts chanting, "Bring back Anya." The betrayal wasn't just personal. It symbolized the cutthroat world of startups, where quiet innovators like Anya got overshadowed by flashy egos like Rex. Undeterred, Rex and Tiffany doubled down. 2 days later, they strutted onto the stage at Tech Africa, Lagos' premier conference, hand in hand. Rex, in a tailored suit, beamed under the spotlights. "Ladies and gentlemen, Sterling Tech is evolving," he boomed, gesturing to Tiffany. "With visionary leadership like Tiffany's, we're set to conquer the world." Tiffany leaned into the mic, her smile dazzling. "Rex and I share a passion for innovation. Together, we're upgrading everything, from our products to our culture." The audience shifted uncomfortably. Whispers rippled. "Where's Anya?" A brave attendee shouted from the back, "What about the co-founder you upgraded from?" Security hustled him out, but the moment was captured on live stream. Comments exploded. "Icy reception. Love it. Hashtag justice for Anya." Viewers dissected every glance, noting Rex's forced grin and Tiffany's overly rehearsed poise. Backstage, Rex hissed at his assistant, "Who let that heckler in? This is supposed to be our triumph." Tiffany rolled her eyes. "Relax, darling. The video will blow over. Focus on us." But it didn't. The conference feed went viral, juxtaposed with a leaked clip. Nigerian media outlets ran headlines like, "Rex's upgrade flops amid backlash." Investors murmured unease, and Sterling Tech stock dipped 5%. Anya, watching from home, felt a spark of vindication. Her phone rang. It was an old friend from university. "Anya, the world's rooting for you. Don't let them win." Silence shattered on day 4. Anya, who rarely posted, uploaded a single black and white photo to Instagram. A faded blueprint of interlocking circuits, etched with handwritten notes. Caption, hashtag the original code. No words, just symbols that eagle-eyed followers recognized as snippets of Sterling Tech's core AI algorithms, the one she designed in a tiny Port Harcourt garage 5 years ago. The post ignited frenzy. "This is her clapback," one comment read. "Coders decoded the blueprint. That's the neural backbone. Rex didn't invent squat." Within hours, it garnered millions of likes, shared by tech giants and celebrities. A viral thread analyzed it, hidden in the lines. Coordinates to Lagos, her roots. Message, "I'm still here." Rex, monitoring from his office, slammed his desk. "What the hell is this?" he barked at Tiffany. "It's abstract art, Rex." "Ignore it," she scoffed. But deep down, they knew, Anya was reclaiming her narrative without a word. The storm peaked when Deep Code emerged on a tech blog, leaking emails. One read, "Rex to Tiffany, Anya's ideas are gold, but let's rebrand them as yours." Another, board memo, "Sideline Petrova, too introverted for growth." The blog post exploded, "Betrayal exposed." Deep Code's anonymous interview, "I worked with Anya. She's the genius. Rex is a thief." Online detectives speculated, is Deep Code Jamal? Conversations buzzed in Sterling Tech Slack. "This is huge. Who's next to speak?" Rex called an all-hands. "These are fabrications," he thundered. But doubt spread. Anya smiled faintly. The digital wildfire around Sterling Tech grew fiercer as the internet turned its gaze to Tiffany Dubois. It started with a single X post from a Nigerian tech enthusiast at Code Sentry, who shared a side-by-side comparison of Tiffany's latest marketing campaign, a sleek, AI-driven ad series dubbed Future-Proof, and a dusty, internal pitch deck Anya had presented 2 years prior. The visuals, taglines, and even the color palette were nearly identical. The caption read, "Tiffany's visionary leadership, or Anya's stolen work. Hashtag justice for Anya." The post went viral, racking up 2 million views in hours. Commenters piled on, "This is straight-up plagiarism," one wrote. Another quipped, "Tiffany's only innovation is copy-paste." Tech forums dissected the evidence, unearthing more similarities. Anya's old deck, leaked by Deep Code, had proposed a campaign centered on authentic innovation, with mock-ups that mirrored Tiffany's. The hashtag Tiffany the Thief trended globally. In Sterling Tech's Lagos office, tension crackled. In the cafeteria, 2 marketers whispered over lunch. "I knew Tiffany's ideas felt familiar," said Chioma, a junior strategist. "Anya showed us that deck in a meeting, and Rex shelved it, saying it was too niche." Her colleague, Tund, nodded grimly. "Now Tiffany's parading it as hers? Bold." They glanced at Tiffany's glass-walled office, where she was pacing, phone pressed to her ear. Tiffany, sensing the heat, called Rex. "This is getting out of hand," she snapped. Your erase Anya plan is backfiring. Rex, sweating in his penthouse suite, barked back. Fix it, Tiff. You're the PR genius. But her usual charm fell flat as bloggers and influencers amplified the plagiarism claims, demanding accountability. Anya, still silent, watched the chaos unfold from her Port Harcourt apartment. Her phone buzzed with a text from an old colleague. They can't bury your work anymore. Keep fighting. She smiled, her fingers hovering over her laptop. The internet was doing her work for her, but she wasn't done yet. By day 6, Sterling Tech's boardroom was a pressure cooker. Anonymous sources, likely disgruntled insiders, leaked to tech blogs that an emergency board meeting was scheduled in Lagos. The agenda. Addressing the Anya crisis. X posts buzzed with speculation, boards turning on Rex. Hashtag Justice for Anya. Investors, rattled by the plunging stock price, demanded transparency. In a sleek conference room overlooking the Lagos Marina, the board convened. Rex, flanked by Tiffany, faced a grim-faced panel. This is a PR hiccup, Rex insisted, his voice strained. Tiffany's leadership is driving growth. Anya's contributions were overstated. But board member Dr. Ngozi Okoye, a respected Nigerian venture capitalist, wasn't buying it. Rex, we've seen the leaks, she said coolly. Anya's algorithms are the backbone of this company. You sidelined her for personal reasons. That's reckless. Tiffany interjected, her smile tight. Dr. Okoye, I've brought fresh energy to Sterling Tech. The market loves my campaigns. Ngozi raised an eyebrow. Your campaigns? Or Anya's? The room fell silent, Rex's face reddening. Outside, employees live-streamed snippets on X, capturing the tension. Boards roasting Rex. One post read, with thousands of likes. The meeting ended inconclusively, but cracks were forming. Two board members, initially charmed by Rex's charisma and Tiffany's polish, now questioned their loyalty. The internet celebrated, the board's waking up. Anya's getting her due. Anya, meanwhile, received an encrypted email from Deep Code. Board split. Stay ready. The next morning, a bombshell dropped. Apex Ventures, a major investor in Sterling Tech, issued a statement. In light of recent allegations of mismanagement and intellectual property concerns, we are reviewing our investment in Sterling Tech. The news hit like a thunderclap. The company's stock plummeted 12% by noon, wiping out millions in market value. X erupted with reactions. Apex is pulling out? Rex is done, one user posted. Another shared a meme of a sinking ship labeled Sterling Tech. Financial analysts on Nigerian news channels debated the fallout. This is a crisis of trust, one said. Investors backed Rex's vision, but it's clear Anya was the real architect. In Sterling Tech's office, panic set in. Apex was our biggest backer, an accountant whispered to a colleague in the elevator. If they bail, we're toast. Rex, holed up in his office, shouted into his phone, Get Apex on the line. Tell them it's under control. But Apex's CEO, a no-nonsense woman named Funk Adebayo, refused his calls. She tweeted instead, Integrity matters. Hashtag Tech Ethics. Anya, sipping tea in her apartment, read the news with quiet satisfaction. Her phone pinged with a message from a former mentor. The tide's turning, Anya. Your move. She opened her laptop, drafting something new, a plan she wasn't ready to reveal. As the scandal deepened, Anya's allies emerged from the shadows. Former colleagues, university classmates, and even early Sterling Tech interns flooded X with testimonials. Anya taught me to code when I was failing uni, one engineer posted. She's the reason I'm here. Hashtag Justice for Anya. A professor from Anya's alma mater in Port Harcourt shared a photo of a young Anya presenting her AI research. This is the mind Rex tried to erase, he wrote. A viral thread by a Nigerian tech influencer compiled stories. Anya worked 80-hour weeks to launch Sterling Tech. Rex was the face, but she was the brain. Another post shared a grainy video of Anya debugging code at 3 a.m., her focus unshakable. This is who they betrayed, it read. In a Lagos cafe, Anya's old friend Chika organized a meetup. We can't let her fight alone, she told a small group of supporters. Rex and Tiffany are crumbling, but Anya needs to know we're here. They launched a campaign, Hashtag Team Anya, encouraging fans to share her contributions. The hashtag trended, with thousands posting fan art, memes, and messages of support. Anya, overwhelmed, scrolled through the posts. Tears welled as she read one from a junior dev. "You mentored me when no one else did. We've got your back." She typed a private reply. "Thank you. I'm not done yet." Desperate to reclaim the narrative, Rex appeared on Sunrise Lagos, a popular Nigerian morning show. Dressed in a crisp suit, he tried to exude confidence. "Anya was a valued team member," he said, his smile plastic. "But Tiffany's fresh perspective is what's driving our growth." The host, Amaka Egui, pressed him, "What about the plagiarism claims? And the leaked video?" Rex faltered, his eyes dotting. "Misunderstandings," he mumbled. "We're innovating, not stealing." Tiffany, beside him, chimed in, "I'm proud of my work. The past is irrelevant." Amaka raised an eyebrow. The internet disagrees. The interview backfired spectacularly. Clips went viral, with ex-users mocking Rex's nervous tics and vague answers. "He's sweating like he's guilty," one post read. Another shared a split screen of Rex's denial and Anya's blueprint post, captioned, "Who's lying?" Viewers stayed glued, sensing Rex's empire was crumbling, and Anya's comeback was just beginning. The Sterling Tech scandal reached a boiling point when deep code struck again. Late at night, the anonymous whistleblower leaked a bombshell to a Nigerian tech blog, evidence that Rex Sterling and Tiffany Dubois had attempted to wipe Anya Petrova's contributions from the company's servers. Screenshots showed deleted project files, overwritten code repositories, and emails instructing IT to clean Anya's digital footprint. But the internet never forgets. Blockchain timestamps and archived backups, shared by Deep Code, revealed Anya's original algorithms intact, timestamped years before Rex's upgrades. X exploded with outrage. "They tried to erase her code? That's criminal," one user posted, garnering 300,000 likes. A thread titled Anya's Digital Ghost detailed how her work underpinned Sterling Tech's AI platform. "Rex thought he could delete history," it read. "Blockchain says otherwise." Hashtag Protect Anya's Code trended globally, with coders worldwide praising her genius. In Sterling Tech's Lagos office, IT staff whispered nervously. "I saw the deletion requests," one tech, Ade, told his coworker over a hurried coffee. "They came straight from Rex's account." Tiffany signed off too. His colleague, Lara, shook her head. "They're toast. Anya's code is literally the company's spine." Outside, protesters waved signs, "Code is Anya's, not Rex's." Anya, in her Port Harcourt apartment, downloaded the leaked files. Her heart raced as she recognized her early prototypes, years of sleepless nights preserved in digital amber. A text from Deep Code arrived, "They can't bury you. More to come." She replied, "Thank you. I'm ready." The spotlight turned brutal for Tiffany as investigative journalists dug into her history. A Nigerian outlet, Tech Truth, published a scathing exposé. Tiffany's resume was riddled with exaggerations. Her VP of strategy role at a previous startup? She'd been a mid-level marketer. Her award-winning campaigns? Non-existent. Worse, former colleagues alleged she'd taken credit for others' work at 2 other firms. X lit up with hashtag Tiffany Exposed. "She's a serial fraud," one post screamed, sharing the article. Another user posted a meme of Tiffany as a magician pulling stolen ideas from a hat. The exposé quoted a former boss, "Tiffany's charm was her weapon, but her ethics were shaky." Nigerian talk shows dissected her downfall, with one host quipping, "She upgraded her title, not her morals." At Sterling Tech, Tiffany's office became a ghost town. "She's avoiding everyone," an intern whispered in the break room. "Heard she's blaming Rex." In a heated call, Tiffany hissed at him, "You said this would work, Rex. Now I'm the villain." Rex snapped back, "You wanted the spotlight. Deal with it." Their alliance was fracturing under the internet's relentless scrutiny. Anya, watching the chaos, felt no joy, only resolve. Her phone pinged with a message from a journalist, "Want to comment on Tiffany's past?" She declined, focusing instead on her next move, her silence louder than any exposé. Tensions at Sterling Tech hit a fever pitch when an audacious insider secretly live-streamed snippets of the emergency board meeting on X. The video, shaky and muffled, showed a glass-walled conference room in Lagos, with Rex slouched at the table, Tiffany fidgeting beside him. Board members' faces were stern, their gestures sharp. Dr. Ngozi Okoye's voice cut through. "Rex, your leadership is a liability. Investors are fleeing." Rex's reply was inaudible, but his clenched fists spoke volumes. The stream, though brief, went viral, with 5 million views in hours. "Rex is done," one ex-user posted. Another caught Tiffany rolling her eyes during Ngozi's speech, captioning it, "She knows it's over." #Justice for Anya. Netizens analyzed every frame, speculating on boardroom alliances. "Ngozi's leading the charge," a tech blogger tweeted. "She's Team Anya." Employees gathered in Sterling Tech's lounge, watching the clips. "This is wild," said Tund, the marketer. "They're cornered." Chioma nodded. Rex thought he could charm his way out. Not this time. The live stream cut off abruptly, but the damage was done. The board's fracture was public, and Rex's grip was slipping. Anya, alerted by a friend, watched the clips. Her heart pounded, not from fear, but anticipation. The world was watching, and she was ready to seize the moment. After days of silence, Anya spoke. She granted an exclusive interview to Global Tech Insider, streamed live from her modest Port Harcourt apartment. Dressed simply in a white blouse, her calm demeanor captivated millions. "I co-founded Sterling Tech because I believed in building something real," she began, her voice steady. "My algorithms were my heart poured into code. Rex's betrayal hurt, but it won't define me." The interviewer, a sharp Nigerian journalist named Kemi Ade, pressed gently, "Why stay silent so long?" Anya smiled faintly. "I needed the truth to speak first. The leaks, the blueprints, those were my work, not his." She hinted at her future. "I'm building something new, something authentic. Watch this space." The internet erupted. "Anya's a queen," one ex-post read, with a clip of her serene confidence. #AnyaSpeaks trended, amassing 10 million posts. Tech blogs praised her poise. "She's not just a coder, she's a visionary." Even skeptics were won over, one tweeting, "Thought Rex was the brains. I was wrong. Anya's the real deal." Rex, watching the interview in his Lagos penthouse, threw his phone against the wall. "She's stealing my thunder," he yelled. Tiffany, packing her office, muttered, "You stole hers first." Anya's words had shifted the narrative, and the world was hooked on her comeback. Anya struck while the iron was hot. Days after her interview, she launched a website for Petrova Innovations, her new venture. The design was sleek, minimalist, with a bold tagline, "Building the future, authentically." A mission statement outlined her vision: ethical AI, transparent leadership, and innovation rooted in integrity. The site featured a teaser for a new AI platform, with code snippets echoing her Sterling Tech work but evolved, faster, smarter. X went wild. "Anya's back and she's coming for blood," one post read. Tech bloggers called Petrova Innovations a direct challenge to Sterling Tech's crumbling empire. A Nigerian startup founder tweeted, "Anya's reboot is what tech needs." #Petrovarizing. Job applications flooded her inbox, many from Sterling Tech's own engineers. In a Lagos bar, Anya's friends toasted her move. "You're rewriting the game," Chika said, raising a glass. Anya laughed softly. "I'm just getting started." Meanwhile, Rex stared at the Petrova site on his laptop, his face ashen. "She's building without me," he muttered. Tiffany, already distancing herself, replied coldly, "You built this mess." The internet buzzed, viewers glued to Anya's ascent. Her quiet strength and bold move had them hooked. The walls closed in on Sterling Tech as regulatory bodies in Nigeria and beyond announced investigations into the company's practices. The Nigerian Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, cited credible evidence of intellectual property theft and financial irregularities based on Deep Code's leaks, which included doctored financial reports and misallocated funds favoring Tiffany's marketing budget. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission followed, probing Sterling Tech's U.S. operations for investor fraud. X erupted with #SterlingTechProbed, one user posting, "Rex and Tiffany are cooked." Anya's truth is unstoppable. In Sterling Tech's Lagos headquarters, panic was palpable. The EFCC doesn't play, whispered Lara, the IT staffer, in the break room. They've got Rex's emails to Tiffany about fudging numbers. Ade, her colleague, nodded. And the IP theft. That's Anya's code they claimed as theirs. Employees checked their phones obsessively, sharing news clips of stern-faced regulators outside the office. Rex, barricaded in his office, shouted at his lawyer over the phone, "Fix this. I'm not going down for some nerd's code." Tiffany, meanwhile, slipped out the back, dodging reporters. Her Instagram went private as #TiffanyExposed posts surged. Anya, in Port Harcourt, read the news calmly. A text from Deep Code arrived, "This is for you." She replied, "Thank you. The truth is enough." The internet buzzed, viewers glued to the unfolding drama. Anya's vindication is coming, one ex-post declared, with millions awaiting the fallout. Inspired by Anya's resilience and repulsed by Rex's deceit, Sterling Tech's talent began fleeing. Over a single weekend, 15 key engineers and developers resigned, many posting public letters on X. "I joined Sterling Tech because of Anya Petrova's vision," wrote Jamal, the junior dev. "I'm leaving because her work was stolen." Joining Petrova Innovations. His post, liked 400,000 times, sparked a wave of similar announcements. #Sterling Exodus trended, with memes of rats fleeing a sinking ship labeled Rex's Empire. In the Lagos office, morale tanked. "Half my team's gone," Tund, the marketer, told Chioma in the empty cafeteria. "They're all emailing Anya's new company." Chioma grinned. "Good for them. She's building something real." Online, Petrova Innovations' website crashed from job application traffic, with coders worldwide praising Anya's ethical stance. Rex, desperate, called a staff meeting. "Stay loyal and you'll be rewarded," he pleaded, his voice cracking. But the room was half empty, and those present checked their phones, unimpressed. Tiffany, now a pariah, didn't show. A viral X video showed her car speeding away from the office, captioned, "Tiffany's running, but Anya's rising." Anya, overwhelmed by resumes, worked late, sketching her new AI platform. "We'll build better," she told Chica over a call. "Together." The internet cheered, hooked on the exodus fueling Anya's comeback. The inevitable struck. Under crushing legal pressure and a stock price in freefall, Sterling Tech's board convened in Lagos and voted unanimously to oust Rex Sterling as CEO. A leaked memo, shared by Deep Code, revealed the board's reasoning: gross mismanagement and ethical breaches. Tiffany was dismissed hours later, her VP title revoked without fanfare. X exploded with #RexFired, one user posting, "Anya's truth brought down the king." #Justice for Anya. In the boardroom, Dr. Ngozi Okoye took charge. "We trusted Rex, and he betrayed us," she told the board, her voice firm. Sterling Tech needs integrity, not egos. Outside, employees cheered as news broke, some live-streaming the moment. "It's over," one shouted, holding a sign. "Anya was right." Rex, escorted out by security, tried to save face. "This is a witch hunt," he yelled to reporters, but his words drowned in boos. Tiffany, already in hiding, posted a vague Instagram story, "Onward and upward." It was deleted within minutes, mocked mercilessly online. Anya watched the news from her apartment, her expression calm but triumphant. A call from Ngozi surprised her. "Anya, we need to talk. Sterling Tech owes you." She listened, her mind racing with possibilities. As the internet celebrated the takedown, eyes locked on her next move. In a stunning move, Anya Petrova addressed the chaos via a public letter on Petrova Innovations' website. "I won't return to Sterling Tech," she wrote. But Petrova Innovations offers strategic partnerships to rebuild the company with ethical leadership and true innovation. She proposed licensing her new AI platform to Sterling Tech, ensuring her technology could thrive under new management. The letter ended, "The future is built on trust, not betrayal." X went wild. "Anya's saving Sterling Tech from itself." One post read, shared 600,000 times. Tech blogs hailed her as a visionary. "She's turning betrayal into opportunity." In a Lagos cafe, Anya's friends toasted her boldness. "You're rewriting the rules," Chica said, beaming. Anya smiled. I just want to build something that lasts. The board, led by Ngozi, responded swiftly, accepting Anya's terms. A press release named an interim CEO, a respected Nigerian tech veteran, and credited Anya's generous vision for the path forward. Rex, watching from his hotel room, threw a glass at the TV. "She's stealing my company," he raged alone. The internet, meanwhile, celebrated Anya's grace, with hashtag #AnyaSaveSterling trending. Petrova Innovations soared. Anya's company, based in Port Harcourt, launched its AI platform to global acclaim, securing partnerships with ethical startups and even Sterling Tech, now under new leadership. Her team, filled with Sterling's ex-talent, worked with a passion that echoed her own. Tech blogs called her the conscience of AI, and her keynote at Tech Africa, where Rex had faltered, was a standing ovation triumph. Sterling Tech, with Anya's partnership, began a slow recovery in Port Harcourt, its new CEO emphasizing transparency. Ex-posts celebrated, Anya didn't just win, she rebuilt better. A viral video showed her mentoring young coders, her quiet strength inspiring millions. Hashtag Anya's Empire trended, with fan art and testimonials flooding the platform. In her office, Anya hung the blueprint from her cryptic post, now framed. Chika visited, grinning. "You turned betrayal into a movement." Anya laughed softly. "I just coded my truth." The internet stayed glued, her story a testament to resilience and ethics, proving a betrayed co-founder could rise to build a better empire. The end.